Hey, good morning, everybody. How we doing? Yeah, good to see you here for second service. I'm just going to get right to it, right? I told you there was a big announcement. If you get our email, did anybody actually read our emails this week? All right, well, that's terrible. But you should read those. There's good stuff in there. But said there's going to be a big announcement. So let me just kind of start from the beginning. If you've been coming here for the last 4 weeks, you know there's a lot of people showing up, right? Yes, we love to go woo when we hear that. That's a good woo, not a bad woo, right? So one of the things as a staff, we kind of look at trends and data like many of you do in your jobs and try to figure out, like, what do we think? Where are we going to land in the new year, people showing up? And based on our past, we figured we were going to add about 50 people. We were running about 550 people in the fall. We were like, we're going to be about 600. First Sunday be big, and then it'll kind of go down. And it has not done that at all. We're running about 125 people more per Sunday than we had kind of expected, which is an incredible challenge for us to have. And especially in this service. If you guys were here last week during the second service, we had to add like 35 chairs to get everybody in here. And so I want to share a couple things with you. First, people are asking, like, what's going on? Like, where are all these people coming from? Why are they showing up? And I'm like, I don't know. I mean, I kind of look at the things that we have going on here, and it's like, all right, so let's think about this a little bit. We don't advertise, and you're still showing up, right? The sign that we have out in front of our building, the lighted sign, is our logo from 3 years ago. We haven't changed it yet. We're working on it, but we haven't changed it yet. Experts say that you should have great parking for people, and like parking on grass isn't good, and that's all we park on here is grass. Experts also say if this room is 80% or more full, people will quit coming, and you guys keep showing up. So we're just kind of sitting back thinking, all right, well, this tells us something, that God is doing something pretty cool here in spite of us, right? Yeah, you guys are clapping. Staff's got a lot of work to do. But anyway, I'll get to that in a second. This is a God thing that is happening here at The Journey, and this is not normal in the church world. Sadly, it's not. So thank you for being a part of it. But I want to share with you some things that we're going to do to help us as we move forward, okay? Here's the first thing that we are going to do. On April 7th, that is a Sunday, just so you know, we're going to move to 3 services. We're going to do 8:30, 10, and 11:30. If you were with us pre-COVID, in January 2020, we went to 3 services, and then COVID came. We've been blamed for COVID. We've been blamed for that election year, right? So those things kind of connected there. But we didn't have a hand in any one of those. So we had about 8 weeks of experience, so we're ready to go. We can make that happen. We're going to invite you to help us out in many ways, so get ready for that here in the next few weeks. We'll be getting some more information about us moving to that service or 3 services. The other thing is you're sitting there thinking, well, that's great, but what about right now? Like, what are we going to do between now and Easter, really? And our plan is a 2 areas here. One, Journey Kids has said, hey, we can add 25 more kids per service, but we're going to need a little help, okay? And so for each service between now and Easter, they are looking for 3 extra volunteers to jump into nursery, walkers, and pre-K and kindergarten, right? So that means 6 total people every week that we need to add. 7th grade and above is our limit there. But if you can help out with that, there's a QR code in front of you. You can go to that QR code, sign up there. There's a big QR code out in the lobby. I think it says I'm all in. You can take a picture of that and sign up there. But look, we can't, and parents, listen to it. We can't add more kids and can't open up more space if we don't have volunteers jump in to do that. So I hope you will do that. That'll help us out. They've expanded some of the other classes. If you're worried about fire code, we're good. We've gone to the fire marshal and all those good people and like, hey, are we good? They're like, you're good, so we're good there. But we want to be able to do that. We had to turn away, I think, 20-some kids last week from classes, and we don't like to do that. Like, we hate to do that. And so, man, if you're one of those people like, I'm in, I want to make this happen, make sure you sign up today. This is for the next 7 weeks. You don't have to do it every single week, by the way. You can jump in, once or twice here or there. But we'd love for you to jump in and do that and be a part of that. The other piece, and this is the one I'm not sure what to do here. I was going to invite 50 of you in this space who do not have kids in nursery through 6th grade, okay? And you know who you are, to move to the first service to make more room in this service. And then first service, I think, was more filled than this service today. So, if a couple of you want to kind of move over, we can do that. I think people saw the email and went ahead and did that. But if you can do that, that's great. There's a big old sign outside. If you want to sign up for that, do that. And if you start coming to the 9 o'clock and it's too full, we'll send you back to this one. But we'd love for you to sign up just like, hey, man, I'm in. I'm going to do this. I'm going to make this happen. I believe in this thing that's going on here. We would love for you to make that happen. And let me share with you why this is important. We're not trying to make the space more comfortable for us, okay? Which means we're not trying to make it where you can come in and sit down like, man, look, I got a whole row to myself today. This is awesome. We're trying to open up more space for people to meet and know and follow Jesus. And by making some of these adjustments, we're able to do that. And that's really why we're going to 3 services. We're talking about 4 services for Easter. We don't know what that's going to look like. And so be prepared for that. That's coming. And maybe you got like $5 million sitting in your bank account. You're like, hey, I want to donate it to help you guys, and we can expand here if you do that. So come talk to me afterwards. But really, this is about making this place accessible to more and more people so they, again, can meet and know who Jesus is. This is an incredible, incredible thing that we get to experience. And as I told first service, this feels like an Acts 2 moment for us here at The Journey. And we're going to ride this wave as long as we can. And so I got a couple things I want you to do. I want you to be praying. That's like the main thing, right? Be praying for God to continue to move. Man, we're opening up space. You can invite your family and friends who maybe don't know Jesus to come be a part of this. Pray for that. Pray for our staff. We kind of had a plan in place, and we've had to accelerate that at the speed of light. And everybody's hanging in there, and everybody's being fluid and flexible, and we love that. But at the same time, when you see staff, just thank them, because this is going to mean extra for our teams, and they're doing everything they can to make this happen. But be praying for our staff, and again, just be praying for God to be in the midst of this as we continue to just, again, ride this wave that we are on right now. All right? All right, let me pray, and then we'll get into our message. God, we're messy people. We're imperfect. And we can put all kinds of plans together and think we got this life figured out. And you jump in and say, nope, I got something more for you. And right now we're at one of those moments in this church. And God, my prayer is that we would take this moment and grab onto it and hold onto it and follow your Spirit's leading through this. We know it's going to be some adjustments, and we're going to ask for more people to jump in and to serve, and we're going to ask people to move around a little bit. And God, we're doing it not so we can be comfortable, but so we can open up more space for more and more people to know and meet Jesus. Like, that gets my heart beating fast. That gets me excited. And God, I know that gets people's hearts excited here and souls moving. And so we just pray for you to guide and lead us through this. God, I pray for our staff through this. It's going to be a little bit of a hard, difficult season, but I pray for your blessings on each one. Protect each one through this, God, because we know that sometimes when you're moving forward, that Satan kind of likes to jump in and cause problems. And so we just pray that you would protect and watch over our staff and our leaders here at this place. But God, I thank you for each person that's here. And may you bless each one. In Jesus' name.